Hi, I'm Dr. Reinhardt from Briar Patch Veterinary Hospital. Sometimes our clients have questions about what is the optimal diet to feed their pet, their dog. And we have written some of those questions down, and my assistant Jet is going to ask those questions.
Dr. Reinhardt, how can I feed my dog the healthiest food?
It's such a good question. And that question, unfortunately, there's not just one answer to that question. Every patient is a little bit different. And so evaluating how they're doing on the food that they're feeding, and thinking about what things might be missing depending on the food that you're feeding, we can help you evaluate what the optimal food is for your pet. But we would like to do that through a consultation because your pet is not the same as everyone else's pet.
How many times a day should I be feeding my dog?
Your dog should eat at least 2 times a day. Most patients, 2 times is enough, most dogs. Adult dogs, they really should be feeding or eating rather meals. Most of our pets are eating breakfast and dinner, for example. Other pets, like puppies, need to be eating 3 or 4 times a day because their nutritional needs are different.
Do I need to feed a diet specific to my dog's breed or their size?
You don't need to, but there are some advantages to some of those specific diets out there. We do recommend, especially that large dogs or giant dogs are fed large or giant breed puppy food, especially, and then dog food as they grow into adults. Those are the most common things that we recommend. There are also quite a lot of foods out there now that are very specific to the different breeds, and some of those have really interesting characteristics and reasons for why those foods exist. So we can look at each of those with respect to your pet at our visit.
When I look at food at the store, I see they're for different ages. Sometimes it's referred to as life stages. What's the difference between those?
So life stages really boils down to 3 different categories of food. So puppy food is really important for puppies because they are growing very fast and they have intense nutritional needs while they're growing all those muscles and bones and all of their health during that time. Adult food is kind of what we think about, or is sometimes called all life stages. All life stages food is really a generic term for something that could be balanced for all of our pets. We don't recommend that for puppies. We really recommend that you get a food specifically geared towards puppies. But adult food or maintenance or all life stages, those are all terms that are used. Those are appropriate foods for your dog once they've become full size, until we get to their older years where a senior diet is a really good idea for them.
When looking at dog foods, what's the most important information I need to look for on the bag or the can? Should I be looking for specific ingredients or nutritional values?
There's so much information on those labels, and there's also stuff that's sometimes missing. So what you want to be looking for is that the food is nutritionally complete and balanced. The easiest way to know that is by looking for an AAFCO label. That's AAFCO. If the bag has that, you know that food has been determined nutritionally balanced by the regulating agency. Otherwise, we are definitely looking for to see what the protein source is. Some pets are really sensitive to different protein sources. We want to be looking to see what other extra claims that food has, and make sure that if we're looking for something specific, like a joint health type diet, that the things that we're looking for are actually beneficial in the food.
What about when it comes to treats? When you have treats, do the ingredients or the nutritional value of those matter as much as the food?
Maybe not as much as the food, but they still matter. So we want to make sure that those are really good ingredients in those treats. We want to make sure that they don't have too many calories, because treats can really add up in our pet's diet. So looking at calories and looking at to make sure that we have nutritional treats is still very important. And if you wanna talk some more about those things, we'd be happy to see you for an appointment at Briar Patch. Just give us a call.